Hi everybody, welcome to a special HCBA Spotlight where we're going to be talking with Garry Reichert from the JJC Entrepreneur and Small Business Center. For anybody who's thinking about starting a business, or even if you're running a small business, this is a great free resource to use and utilize out of JJC's downtown city center campus. Even if you're just looking for an ear to bounce off potential ideas for your business, if you want them to review business plans, marketing ideas, finance, they do have a lot of connections. So sit back and enjoy this episode of the HCBA Spotlight, and we hope that this is a valuable tool for your business.
Dan, thank you. I appreciate your time and sharing the constituents of the Heritage Chamber. I will try to be conscious of everyone's schedule and keep this down to probably about 20 minutes of content. First, in terms of introductions, I am at the Joliet Junior College in downtown city center, and I have been here about 6 months. My charter is to rebuild, relocate, rename, and relaunch the briefing center for Joliet Junior College. They've had this organization put together for about 20 years, and they've been doing it under the SBDC, the Small Business Development Center, and we just recently modified that. In terms of my background, I've got about 30 years of experience in corporate America with companies such as Motorola, Siemens, Polycom. I've done consulting with Ernst & Young, and most recently I just left Zebra Technologies, which bought a division of Motorola that I was part of. So now I'm heading up the Entrepreneur and Business Center here. I also have a colleague, Vince Beecham. Vince is an MBA from Notre Dame. He's got about 30 years experience between GE and Caterpillar as well. Or not Caterpillar, I'm sorry, it's John Deere. And as well, he has owned 2 businesses and a franchise. So we've got some very talented advisory skills here. So as I move on, let me start this off with what we try to avoid, because this is what prompts our advisory services, and that is let's determine why some small businesses fail. The key areas here are a lack of planning up front, insufficient marketing research before they advance, poor marketing or advertising strategies, slow to adapt to change, cash flow management, or pure run out of money and lack of funding sources. Other things that are lacked: resources, coaching, business advisors, and mentoring. So these are the things that we try to offset at the EBC here in downtown Joliet. So as we move forward, this is the agenda. Get somebody stepping in. This is the agenda that we'll cover over the next 15 to 20 minutes. We'll educate you on our mission statement, the offerings, what the marketplace is that we serve, the partnering relationships. We have our own methodology, and then why would you want to engage the EBC? The goal of our presentation today is awareness. We're trying to introduce the new EBC, to the constituents of the Heritage Chamber of Commerce, so that if you know of a small business that's existing that would like some no-cost consulting advisory services, or if you have an entrepreneurial startup that would like some assistance, you would be able to refer them to us. So let's move forward. Our mission statement, as I just said, is to take entrepreneurs, right, and or small businesses and assist them at no cost with mentoring, training, education, advisory services. And we do this throughout the Joliet Junior College, Community College District 525. So it's all of Will County and Community College District 525. What are the services that we offer? So we have a variety of services, and again, this is at no cost. This is funded by the Joliet Junior College. We have workshops and classes that will be provided. We have one-on-one business advising and referral services. We can assist with business plan development. We have small business financing, acquisition discussions and assistance, marketing strategies we can assist with, and even from time to time, technical assistance, although that's not our real forte. Now, what we have done is during the COVID period, the administration, the leadership here decided that the timing would be good to relocate the business center. It was on the main campus of Joliet Junior College. We've now relocated that to the downtown city center area. If you're familiar with that area, there's a beautiful building. It's about 6 years old. It's the JJC City Center campus now. We've taken space there. In the lobby, we will have a business center for walk-ins, right, at no cost, where you will have desk space, Wi-Fi, print capabilities, and you'll have Vince and I there to do ad hoc consulting or training, education, etc. So that's where we are located at this point. The build out should be complete by year end, but we are up and running now and doing webinars. We're doing live one-on-one advising and consulting, etc. In terms of the marketplace, I'm not sure if everyone is aware of this, but Will County grew in terms of population by nearly 40% over the last 20 years. 40%. And that is the bulk of our service area. That's the marketplace that we serve. Unfortunately, the ability to provide services for small businesses or entrepreneurs has not to date kept up with that. So that is the reason Joliet Junior College funds this activity and why we focus on it here for the benefit of economic development in 525. The target market, again, as I've stressed, is both entrepreneurs who are establishing new businesses, and I'll stress that the bulk of the people that we work with are existing small businesses or small business owners that are looking for expansion or reviews of their business or just an educated discussion as to growth plans, etc. So a key focus of ours in the relocation into the city center is the fact that we're all very aware of the revitalization effort that's being put into downtown Joliet. Therefore, we want to move our resources from the main campus into the city center and be part of this revitalization of the city of Joliet. In terms of our positioning and the partners that we work with, again, I'll stress that we have no cost resources. This includes the advisory services. We're focused again on the early stage entrepreneurs or the small business owner that's expanding. We've got the planned business center that will be on the lobby level of the city center campus here. That's for walk-ins, new clients, scheduled appointments, etc. And we'll utilize, and this is a key differentiator for the JJC EBC, we will utilize all of the academic resources available. So obviously we have business faculty, we have alumni that are very successful in terms of businesses in and around Joliet. We have students that will participate. We have our academic administration resources. And then as well, we have developed our own 5 stages of business methodology that I'll cover here briefly that gives us a common language when we talk to entrepreneurs and we talk to existing businesses. So our methodology, these are the 5 stages that we use. I'm not going to go into detail here just out of respect for the time here, but the first stage that we look at is the idea and the concept stage. We have a lot of people who have great ideas, but they just can't find the traction to get it moving forward. So what we do is when people come to us, we assess where they're at in our methodology. Are they at the idea stage, or have they progressed to where they're Now they have a product and they're taking it to market and they're testing it. They're trying to sell it and they're getting input from customers and clients. Or have they progressed beyond that to what we call the company stage? This is where you need to determine, should I be a sole proprietor? Should I be a LLC? Should I be a corporation? Have I registered with the state? Do I have insurance? Those kinds of topics. And then once you progress out of there, you're in the formal business planning stage to where you probably need a business plan. You're looking to promote your business to financing sources, et cetera. You're looking for capital. And then you have the final stage, which is the full-blown go-to-market, where you operationalize your business and you lose complete control of your life because you're now 24/7 a small business owner, and you're just immersed with all the activities of your business. So that's our methodology that we instill and we follow, and again, for consistency. In terms of partners, as we mentioned, we work through all of Will County. So we're focused on working with Doug Pryor over at Will County Center of Economic Development. We work with all of the chambers. Obviously, we're doing this presentation to educate the Heritage Corridor colleagues. We've done the same for at least 7 other chambers in the area. We're very active with the Joliet City Center Partnership. That is the group of resources that are funded here by the organization to revitalize downtown city center. All right, so they have grants available, they have funding available, and they have assistance for expansion of businesses. We also work with the Workforce Services Division of Will County, and that provides assistance with employees, et cetera. Just recently, we've started working with the Ladin Economic Development Association. It's a brand new group here in the Joliet area, across Cook County. And we're working with them because, as you may know, the region now is about 34% of Latino. And so we're working to help them as they build their businesses and expand. So those are the partnerships that we have. And then now, why would you refer someone to the JJC, to the EBC? The why statement is because we're focused on the early stages or the small business owners. As we said, there's been 20% growth, right, in the last 20 years. So we need that resource, and we need to assist those business owners and the entrepreneurs. We're going to utilize all of the JJC academic resources, as I mentioned, faculty, alumni, students, and the administration. We have our common methodology that we follow. And then we've got early business preparation to where even before you start to launch your business, in that idea stage, we can do education and training with webinars, seminars, et cetera. And then we have the planned early stage business center. Again, that's going to be for the no-cost use of walk-ins, new and existing EBC clients. You can schedule time, or it could be ad hoc. And then we have our business advisors. We'll be doing, we do a lot of virtual consulting at this point in time. And then we can do in person as well as we expand the center. But we do business plan development, or we do reviews of marketing plans, business plans. We can assist with financial planning and analysis. We can discuss management, staffing, retention, capital strategies to access funding, and even marketing research, et cetera. So, and again, I'll stress all of these are at no cost, funded by the college, Joliet Junior College. So how do you engage our team? This is the address where we're at in downtown Joliet, 235 North Chicago. Our website, jjc.edu/EBC. That's where we initiate all of our relationships. So as someone comes to us, they would go to the website, they would follow the process on the website, they would click an area that's called Become a Client. They would share some information with us. It comes back into the EBC. Once a week, we review all those inputs, and then we digest it, and we come back with a set of next steps, and we schedule an appointment, typically over video, to move forward. Our email is ebc@jjc.edu. And that would be, if you were to send an email to that, goes to Vince and I and the rest of the analyst team. So with that said, I guess I can turn this over to some Q&A, Dan, if we've got any or any questions that you have. But we're right on target with about 20 minutes of content here. And I think we've covered everything that I wanted to cover this morning. So
if somebody listening or watching, let's say they've been in business for a while, and I know you mentioned businesses looking to expand, but what about businesses that may have hit that rut or they're looking to overcome some challenges? Would you suggest that they give you a call?
yeah, I mean, that'd be an ideal candidate for our resources. Again, we could sit down, take a look at the history of their business, what they're trying to achieve, what their goals and objectives have been, and we can give them a third party set of inputs at no cost. Right. So I mean, that would be a perfect example of how we could assist in assessing the current state, help them get to the future state, and maybe help them build a little bit of a roadmap to get there.
And I know too, with the city center campus, another great reason to visit Garry and Vince is the restaurants on site. I'm familiar
They're
with that
opening
camp.
back up now, right?
Yeah, so this is going to be number one, look forward to Garry and Vince and their services. Number two, look forward to the food.
Yeah, we've got 3 restaurants that are open during the school year, so they're just opening back up this week. So I'll have to go on a diet again for the next 12 months.
And for those who have seen my webinars or podcasts, it's all about the food, so I have to bring that up. And no, we can open it up to questions as well. I'll kind of stall a few seconds, and if you are interested, just unmute yourself. How with the new EBC, how are other areas kind of taking advantage? And are you seeing businesses from outside of Joliet?
So we do see businesses from outside Joliet. Our reach is all of Cook County, not all of Cook County, but a lot of Cook County as well as Will County. And again, we've got the relationships with all of the chambers. We're doing live webinars of awareness and education for each of them. We're extremely busy here. We've got a significant grant that has been awarded to us that we will see near the end of the year, so we can increase staff and we can increase our space and our resources. But yeah, we reach outside of Joliet, definitely. I mean, the other chambers that we work with, as you and I talked this morning, we're working with Grundy, we're working with Morris, we're working with Bolingbrook, Romeoville, Plainfield, Shorewood. We've got a partnership with the Latin Economic Development Associations I mentioned. We'll be doing a lot of bilingual with them. And then there's another group. Oh, Joliet has a networking association of young high-tech executives. We work very closely with them. And then we also work with a group of angel investors who at times we introduce different small businesses to once they get to the point to where they've got a business plan, and there may be some attraction to an investor here from Joliet.
And I know in the chat I'm seeing a question coming through, so I'm going to ask a quick question while it's coming through. How important, a lot of people will either, not write a business plan or all of a sudden get that business plan done and put it away. How important can you tell folks that, about the living document and, you may need to pivot?
Yeah. So the business plan has evolved. The need for a business plan has evolved. The ability to put them together has uh, evolved as well. We've just met with about 10 different banks throughout the region to get an idea as to what they want to see from entrepreneurs and small business owners. The first couple of years, they see a formal, detailed business plan as being very, very useful. It's quite the differentiator. Many businesses, for some reason, launch without a business plan. That does frustrate funders, and it makes it difficult to get funding. We advise that a business plan, there's two forms of business plan. You can have an early stage business plan, which is somewhat general, right? And then you would have, as you grow the business, you get a much more formal and detailed business plan. We suggest that all business owners develop a business plan. They have checkpoints, how are they doing against the plan? They can modify their strategy. They can, add to it. But yeah, it's always good to have a business plan. But as you mentioned, a lot of businesses don't. They get immersed in, kicking off the business, and then next thing you know, they're flying by the seat of their pants. And I don't mean that in a negative way. They're so active in the business, they haven't had a chance to formally plan it and set metrics. But, that's where we can add value.
Yep, and we actually just had a question over the chat. The question reads, I took the JJC Entrepreneur in Small Business Management class in the spring. I now have a rough business plan that I feel needs some critique and guidance on, with the hope of eventually opening a business in Lamont. Since then, I have been in the what's next stage. Am I at a point where the EBC could be helpful to me?
Yes, absolutely. You should go back to our website, which has just been updated. It's all new and it's been launched. Go to become a client and submit some information to us, and give us about a week, and we'll reach back out with some next steps to get us in dialogue.
And that's a great question too. I mean, once you get to that point of, okay, I'm ready for somebody to kind of take a look at this and give me some feedback. I mean, is it probably appropriate to say nobody comes in with the perfect webinar, or excuse me, the perfect business plan?
I don't know if there is anything. What I would say is, if you have a business plan, that's good to begin with, right? A perfect business plan probably doesn't exist, because they continuously evolve. So I think the objective of having a early stage business plan, to where you can get out of the idea and concept stage to where you can actually start to implement and execute on your business plan, that's the key, right? If you're executing and you have a plan, you're probably in good shape.
All right, and I want to thank you for the time. What's some good contact info if case anybody wants to follow up with you?
Okay, so you should be able to still see on the screen the how to engage our team slide. So you can go to the website here, or you can shoot an email to ebc@jjc.edu, and that will route directly to our staff, and we can go from there. But I'd like to take the time here, Dan, as we probably have 2 or 3 minutes, to just thank you and thank your constituents. We look forward to working with you as we move forward, and feel free to, recommend us as a resource for the chamber. All right. So everyone have a great rest of the week and have a great weekend. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. And this is Dan with the HCBA, Heritage Corridor Business Alliance, the Chamber of Commerce serving Lamont, Homer Glen, and the surrounding areas. And make sure to tune in for our next webinar. We hope to be announcing that soon. Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.